How pathetic can some people be?
I was at a gas station recently, right? While I'm getting gas, his dad pulls up, and you can tell the guy's on vacation because he's got all these big dad veins popping out of his face. You know, the poor guy the night before was going, "You're leaving at 6 a.m." And it was like 11:30 before he even pulled into the gas station, right? He's in this SUV. His kids stay in the far back. One kid is playing a video game. The other kid is flipping through satellite TV. And the whole time I'm thinking, holy crap, people, can you imagine what it'd be like traveling with your own family in that situation? Could you imagine being so far back from your dad that he couldn't smack you at any given time? I hope kids are just taunting their dads from back there. "Hey, Dad, we just spilled something." Don't worry, he's not coming back here. He doesn't know how to operate the seats in front of us. We're good. We're good. Look at the headrest. It's still facing the wrong way. He has no idea. Car companies should make a hand that goes on the seat in front of the kid that just goes like that. Dad could have a little button he hits. Pop, 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 pop. What?
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
I have 2 kids, and my hands are filled with 2 kids. Okay.
You have 2 what?
2 kids. My hands are filled.
Okay.
Full hands. I couldn't imagine having more than 2 kids.
Easy.
This report coming out of Utah.
It's easy to get lost in West Jordan's annual Crazy Corn Maze,
3-year-old boy
but it's supposed to be just for fun.
who looked like he was lost.
West Jordan police say Monday night a family left their 3-year-old son behind at the maze. They say a good Samaritan noticed the child wandering around.
The staff of the corn maze went out and started announcing that a child had been found. He couldn't tell us his name. He could say he was 3 years old was about it.
Now, this is a total Home Alone situation, okay? Except for in Home Alone, what was Macaulay Culkin's name? Was it Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin was, he was old enough to do things for himself.
Yeah, wasn't he like 10 or something?
Yeah. I don't know. He was old enough to fight off Joe Pesci and
He might have been older. He was so
Daniel
small.
Stern.
At 3 years old, you're barely walking, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're walking your way through the corn maze, but you're not talking much.
We waited there for a
waddling.
while to see if anybody showed up for the child, and when nobody did, then our officer turned the child over to DCFS.
Police spokesman Sergeant Joe Monson says the boy's mother didn't report the missing child until this morning, nearly 12 hours later.
What?
Yeah, 12 hours after.
Well, they figured it out and then they panicked, right? They don't want to be. They don't want to. We don't want to be known as the bad parents.
Wait.
The irresponsible ones.
Do you think they were like, well, maybe he's around here somewhere?
I don't know. Maybe they went looking for him himself.
He's got to be around here, right?
I mean, I'm just thinking they wanted to save face. How many kids do they have?
She said that she believes she might have left him at the corn maze there.
Monson says investigators went to the boy's home. He says multiple families lived there with approximately 10 or more children.
Yeah, they took all these kids to the corn maze. Bad idea. Like, I don't know. You're not a dad, and you've never been in a corn maze. Have you ever been in a corn maze?
I've never been in a corn maze, no.
So kids like the corn maze, okay? My daughter's 4. She likes to go in the corn maze.
Yeah.
But now that she's 4 and has so much energy, and I am 42 and I have not as much energy, she gets ahead of me in the corn maze. And the stricken panic that comes over me when she gets out of my sight is indescribable. I mean, she walks around a corner in the corn maze. I'm like, hey, get back here. I'm running with my bad knees.
Can't they just have like a drone that flies up over the corn maze with a camera? Like, oh, there's your kid right there.
Yes, if you realize that your kid is missing. But this woman in Utah, did not realize that her kid was missing until
just let a 3-year-old
she went to
off?
maybe kiss everybody goodnight or check on them all in the middle of the night. Because it wasn't until the next morning that she realized that the kid was missing.
Wow.
So this kid has got it for life. This kid's got carte blanche on whatever if he can remember this.
That's the problem. You got him early enough. This kid was 5 or 6, she'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Anything, any
remember
toy
that
they
time
wanted.
You left me in the corn maze, Mom?
But the brothers and sisters.
Mom, can I have a Snickers bar? No, you can't have a Snickers bar. You remember the time you left me in the corn maze?
You left me in the corn maze. How do you leave a 3-year-old? But I guess if you have 10 kids. Wow.
Don't have 10
I would
kids.
just think that if you had a 3-year-old, that one would be very close to you. You might let the 5 to 10-year-olds run off.
Yeah, but if you've had 10, who knows? There should be 2 more that are younger than the 3-year-old.
She probably was nursing like a baby or something like that, like a very young child. And that was where all her focus was.
There should be a limit to how many kids people can have. 10 is way too many. Like, it's obvious. Isn't it obvious that there's way too many if you're leaving some of them behind and not even realizing it until the next day?
You were good at 9, but 10 was just one too many.
Yeah, that's the kid that broke the mama's back on that one. Congratulations, Mother of the Year. Who, gosh, man, if I'm the brothers and the sisters, I'm using this kid as a way to get whatever I want. Hey, tell him you want a new train set.
Yeah.
I don't want a new train set. Just tell him that and say corn maze.
Corn maze.
What's that mean? Just trust me on it. It'll work, okay?
Couple of parents that had 10 kids that left one behind.
It did say multiple families living in the same house with 10 kids.
Oh, okay. So maybe they didn't have
more parents.
Okay. So there might have been like 2 or 3 parents, like 2 or 3 different families living together.
It's not a house.
And they're all going together.
That's a hotel, right? I mean, that's not. You know, my brother-in-law, he grew up. They owned a motel on like an interstate in Northern California. Not an interstate. It wasn't even an interstate. It was like a California highway.
Sure.
And I thought this was the coolest thing. They're all boys. There's like 6 or 7 of them, and they all got their own motel room as part of their.
That's where they lived? That was their bedroom?
Yeah, that was their bedroom.
They had their own bathroom? They had their own mini fridge, mini bar?
They all got their own motel room.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
In this motel. So as they had more and more kids, they...
that would have been awesome.
But
sneaking out would have been easy.
The teenage years, yeah. Yeah,
bringing girls back.
Want to go to the motel? We got a swimming pool.
Yeah, you want to go back to my place? We got a pool? Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Come on into my room. What is this? Vibrating beds. Like, how cool would that be when you're 15?
It was a motel, yes.
Craig's holding on. Hey, go ahead, man.
So my thing is, okay, I get you got 10 kids. I get that one got away from you. But I'm thinking, at 3 years old, you're in a car seat still. So when you're buckling your kids in the car, and you got an empty car seat,
that's a very good point.
That's the time you realize that you left one in the corn maze.
That is a very, very good point. I didn't even think about that. And you know what? That should be brought up in front of the child welfare people as well, because they are going to look into this. They are conducting an investigation, because if you came to the corn maze without your 3-year-old in a car seat, then I understand you missing the 3-year-old. I've seen Madeline. It happens in Madeline. Madeline's a movie where Madeline goes unaccounted for and she gets lost. That happens, but Madeline was also 9 years old, so she didn't have to be in a car seat, and it was in France. But in Utah, at 3 years old, you're right. The kid needs to be in a car seat.
Well, what if one of the brothers or sisters jumped in her car seat?
But that's the thing.
Just to, say, oh, man, I missed that car seat. I'm going to get back in it.
I don't know.
I don't know any kid in the world who's ever said.
What kind of car are they driving, by the way?
Yeah, well, I'm picturing a minivan, but
no, you can't get 10 in a minivan.
You can get 10 kids in a minivan, maybe not safely.
No,
but you could do it.
Well, maybe that's the problem. they have to be driving like a 15-passenger van or something.
Or maybe they had like 2 vehicles.
True.
And someone probably thought that it was with. The 3-year-old was with mom, and mom thought the 3-year-old was with dad. And
that's probably what happened in this instance, because I don't know any families that could just buy 15-passenger vans. Like, they might have 2 vehicles. And you're probably right. So, where's Tommy? Tommy, he must be with dad. They're all on the tablets in the back seat. They don't care. They're brothers and sisters, right?
We could lose Tommy for a few days.
I'm still holding to the fact that 2 vehicles. You still got a missing car seat or a missing passenger in a car seat in one of those vehicles.
Yeah, that's very true.
Were you ever able to hold anything over your parents' head? Like, did it do anything bad to you? And you're like, haha, I'm going to use this as my.
You know what? I got to tell you, the older I get, the more respect I have for my parents and what they did for me when I was a kid.
Yeah. When you raise your own, that's when you really respect and you. I don't know if this happened to you, but like when I was holding, like when my babies are babies, I was holding them on my lap and I'm looking at them, and you're doing the dad thing, and you couldn't love anything more in the world than your kids, and you're looking at them, and you're like, God, why was I such a jerk to my mom or my dad growing up?
Right.
Thanks for the call, Craig.
See you, buddy.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.